reality show. Welcome back to my little kitchen. So today I am going to make bread. That's right. It's all about bread. As we all know, everybody loves bread, right? Wherever you go, everybody loves bread. Bread in the morning, bread at lunch, or bread in dinner, or bread for snacking, sandwiches, or whatever. We love bread, okay? So that's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to make one recipe, one dough with many different shapes. That's right. I am going to make one dough, one recipe, different shapes of bread. So please pay attention because this is going to be fun. That's right. I'm going to make it fun. All right, so the first thing what I'm going to do is I have my yeast here. Now you can use active dry yeast or instant yeast. What I'm doing is I'm making like I said, I'm going to make different styles, shape of bread. So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of yeast. 2 tablespoons of yeast. 2 tablespoons of yeast. And I'm going to drizzle it with a little bit of sugar. Just a little bit of sugar. And then I'm going to be making a lot, so I'm going to be using 120 ml of warm water. Now make sure your water is warm. Okay guys, so make sure your water is warm. So what I'm going to do, alright, and then I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of bread flour. Now if you've been baking for a while now, I mean, you gotta pretty much know, the measurements. But for accuracy, if you have a commercial bakery, mostly people uses scale for accuracy. But hey, this is a little kitchen, so I'm gonna be just measuring like cups, tablespoon, and things like that. All right. So like I said, make sure your water is not cold. You can use instant yeast or active dry yeast. So what I'm doing here, guys, I'm creating a foamy yeast mixture. So once again, this is 120 ml of water, 2 tablespoons of instant yeast, and just a little bit of sugar, and I have 4 tablespoons of bread flour. So I'm going to set this aside to get that nice foamy mixture. So maybe it's about 15 minutes. We'll see what happens. But it all depends upon the temperature in your kitchen. Now if your kitchen is cold, of course it's gonna take longer, right? But my kitchen is pretty warm because I usually bake a lot, That's right. So I'm gonna wait until this mixture. What I'm doing is fermenting. I am fermenting the yeast mixture and mix it to my other ingredients. So I'm going to set this aside. Alright, so now you can get like a clear bowl or a metal bowl or whatever you have in the house, okay? So now I'm going to mix the other ingredients. So I'm going to be using 6 eggs. 6 eggs. Now I already have 3 eggs here, so I'm just adding more eggs and 16 grams of salt. 16 grams of salt. 16 grams of salt. Now if you've been baking for a while now, you kind of pretty much know what 16 grams of salt look like. $120. Okay, that's 120 vegetable oil. And I'm gonna be using honey. All right, you can use white sugar or honey, but today I want to use honey. 170 grams of honey. You can use honey or white sugar. Now I've been baking for quite a while now, so I can pretty much know what 170 look like, or 160. All right. So mix this together. This is gonna be so awesome. All right. Now I'm going to add the flour. You can add your flour like slowly. Now remember, you have the yeast mixture. So while the yeast mixture is fermenting, I am adding the rest in here. Now you can use the the mixer, or you can use your hand. It's up to you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting this in the mixer and then take it out, and then I'm going to use my hand. But you want to be able to fill the dough. Now this is nice and foamy. You see that? It is nice and foamy. There you go. It's nice and foamy. See that, guys? All right. Now there are so many ways how to make bread. You know, there are many ways, but I'm just showing you my other ingredients for today. You can use this dough with many different shapes of bread. Hi! Alright guys, so I'm gonna put this in the mixer and then I'm gonna come back. Don't touch that dial, guys. Don't touch that dial. I'm not done yet. Alright, that's right. I'm gonna put this in the mixer and then I'm gonna come back. Alright guys, so this is ready. It's been proofing twice already. You see that? Nice and soft. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put this back on the board and start shaping it. Alright guys, so after putting this in the mixture, you want your dough to be sticky, okay? You want it to be sticky. And put it on the board. Kind of just like work it. I'm making a lot of noise in here, huh? Alright. So now, like I said, your dough should be a little sticky. Just like washing clothes, you know? You want to work this dough until you see a nice dent. What you're going to do, you're going to put your finger, you're going to press it down. That's good. Did you guys see that? If it's come up, it's good. That's it. It's good. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to oil this a little bit because you don't want your dough to dry up, you know? Alright. So I'm putting this back in here and I'm going to wait until it doubles in size. Now when you're making like a loaf of bread or a dinner roll, you want to make, you want to let this dough double in size twice. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to set this aside. Now, like I said, it all depends upon the temperature in your kitchen, but my kitchen is pretty warm. So I don't know if it's gonna take like 2 hours or what, but as soon as it's double in size, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna punch it down, let that air out, and let it rise again. And then we go. My dough is ready, so I'm going to cut it now. I'm gonna cut it. The first thing I'm going to make is the breaded dough. So I'm going to cut this in 3 pieces. So what I'm going to do, I'll set that aside. And if your dough is a little dry, just put a little bit of oil, oil or water. Alright, so it's like basically I'm making a log. Okay, make a log. Just like that. Alright guys, what I'm gonna do now, okay, so it's very easy to spread the log. You just work like that. It's like, you just spread the dough. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna flip it. Alright, I'm gonna flip it. Bringing this. So what I'm doing, guys, I am braiding. It's like braiding hair, Alright, so guys, this is the first one. Okay, that is the first one. It's like a keychain, It is a keychain. Alright guys, so this is what I have made. So what I'm going to do now, I am going to proof it until it's double in size, and then I'm going to brush it off with egg wash. Now, some of them is going to be sesame, some of them is going to be plain, and maybe some of them it's going to be like with poppy seed, or I'm going to brush with egg and milk. It's so lovely. Look at that. Alright guys, this is what I did. Alright. So we have the sesame, the black sesame and the brown sesame. I have a pecan. I have a chocolate. And I have plain, okay? So I'm going to cover this while I'm waiting for the oven. I have my oven on 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover this with parchment paper. Now you can use plastic bag, but the plastic bag, they always tend to stick. So what you need to do if you're using plastic bag, you can just like spray oil or anything like that, and that's fine. So I'm going to wait for maybe 20 more minutes. Then I'm gonna brush it off again with egg wash, which is egg and milk, and then put it in the oven. So stay tuned, don't touch the dial. Don't touch the dial, I am not done yet. Done. So that's it. The oven is off. Now, ooh la la. Alright guys, I mean, hey. Who wants some bread? Ooh, so the first thing I'm going to show you, this nice sesame bread. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Nice bread, okay? So the next thing is the chocolate. Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. Wow. Nice and hollow. Very nice. And then I have this pecan with coarse brown sugar. Look at that. That's a good bread. And lastly, the plain bread. Oh, so nice. Look at that nice and shiny bread. Wow. I mean, guys, isn't this a lovely creation? I'm going to show you what the inside looks like. I mean, all of them look so good. I don't even know where to start. But should I start with this? Should I start with this? Or this? Which one? Since the sesame is so close to me, this next to me, I'm going to cut. This is so good with butter, cream cheese. Wow. That is a nice bread. Wow. Or you can just eat it plain. There's just something about bread and it's just so nice and freshly baked, you know? So good. I mean, guys, just so nice. Flaky. You get that nice sweetness of the bread with the honey. Now remember, I didn't use white sugar. I just used honey. Wow. So that's what it looks like. Okay. And then this is such a lovely bread. Now I'm going to show you the pecan. Alright, that's the pecan. Now let's go with the chocolate. Well, first I'm going to taste it. Wow. Now the chocolate. I don't know who's gonna eat all this bread. I guess I'm gonna have to give them away again, like I always do. This is so good with butter. I have a little bit of butter next to me. So why not spread it with a little butter? Put a little bit of butter. I mean, so good. I mean, guys, when you get a chance, bake your bread. I mean, it's just so lovely. So good. Wow. Alright guys, that's it. I guess I have to hit the gym tomorrow for at least 2 hours. So as you see, the nice chocolate bread, I mean, you see the inside guys, that is perfectly done. Perfectly done, it's just good. The almond and the sesame. And of course, I mean, this is all one flavor. I just make like the different styles. So, alright guys, well I hope you learned something today. And please do subscribe to my channel. This is Maria Marcel Reality Show. And make a comment below. Tell me what you want me to bake you next. And that's it. To all my friends who visited me today, thank you very much. And I'll see you again next time. So, God bless.